Hello there, and welcome back to this Project and Enterprise Java course. We are approaching the end of this course, so we're probably going to finish it in this lesson or the next one if I'll add another one if we don't have time. But let's go and actually get into this. So where we left off, we got our set ready with the friends. A set is just a data structure that doesn't allow repeating values, like the same value. You can't have it two values of the same value. I keep saying value. So yeah, it's kind of like a list. So just think of it as a list for our purposes. So let's go ahead and actually implement the set in our user DAO. We're going to actually create the methods with which we can use them. So let's do, first of all, public, what is it's going to be a set, right? Yeah. So it's going to be a set, public set. I think it's actually, no, let's do a public void update here. So I'm just trying to think about the methods we're going to need. So let's do public void update, and let's just do session dot begin transaction, session dot update, and let's actually do user here. Session dot not is connected. We're going to have session dot update and user. And let's just do session dot get transaction dot commit. There we go. All right, and I think in theory that should be all that we need. Yeah, that should be all that we need. All right, let's save this up. Let's go ahead and go to we actually delete this import here. Go to register action. Wait, no, add friend action. There we go. So here in add friend action, we're gonna go ahead and implement is if current. No, wait. I'm sorry. No. I need to think about how exactly we're going to do this. Essentially, what we're going to do here is if. Oh, okay. I thought about it. I figured it out, and I think I know what we're gonna do. So here, what we're gonna do is for user in current user dot get friends. Whoops. Dot get friends. There we go. So here, what we're gonna do? What? Cannot convert element from type object to user. Okay, that makes sense. So I don't know. Let's just. Okay. In get friends, let's actually change this to where is it? Let's go to user here, and then in get friends, we're gonna do set user right here. Since we do need this, it makes it just a little bit more organized. There we go. Okay. So now that we have that done, we can go and implement this. So here what we're going to do is do if u dot get username dot equals users dot get no, wait. Dot equals users dot get 0. There we go. And then yeah, okay. You'll see what we're doing in a second here. Users dot get 0 dot get username. There we go. all these what are these parentheses? They got me confused there. We're gonna add field error. We're going to add field error to name and name already your friend. There we go. And return as well. Okay, essentially here all we're doing is if we get a list of actually we need a return here as well, and then here as well. So when we get the list of users by the name of the user that he wants to add here, and then if that list of users actually matches any of the names, and I mean, since our names all have to be the same, So we will, in theory, only get one user or none. So one or none or no users. If we get no users, then this error will be thrown. And if we get a user that's already our friend, then it will be equal to one of the users in our friends list, and so we will actually add the field error. So it's already your friend, and so it'll return. So that's just how that'll work. So we can actually go ahead and at this point, no, we can't actually test this yet, or can we? Oh, no, we can't test this yet because we have to add the actual logic to add the user. So to do that, let's do right here in user DAO. We're gonna have a list user users equals DAO.getUser by name. This is going to be the user that we're actually going to be adding as a friend. And then let's do user current user equals user session dot get what is going to be current user, I think. Current user, there we go. Is that correct? Yeah, it's correct. All right, let's add the cast to user, since we do need that. All right, and so here, let's go ahead and do set user friends equals current user dot get friends. There we go. All right, let's import a set here. There we go. So now let's go ahead and do friends.add, and we're going to add users.getZero. There we go. And then let's do current user dot set friends. Now, in theory, we don't actually have to do it, since friends is essentially here when we get current user dot get friends. We're not really taking it out of friends. We're just adding we're just pointing to friends, and so we're just adding a user, so it should save automatically. But in order to reduce confusion and just make things a little bit simpler for all of us, let's do set friends. I mean, realistically, we're not going to be deploying this to production, so it doesn't really matter. We're not going to I mean, maybe it'll increase my electricity bill, since my computer does have to work the processor a little bit more than if we didn't have that. But I mean, at this point, it's just this is at a point where it really doesn't matter. It really doesn't make any difference at all. So now we're just going to do DAO.update and insert the user in there. So current user. This is going to update the actual user, and then DAO.close with our new friend. All right, there we go. So let's test this out. Let's run this. Or can we actually? Yeah, we can. Let's run this on Tomcat, and this should, in theory, work. I'm hoping, because whoops, it's already running, I guess. Will it reload? No, it won't reload. We have to reload it ourselves. There we go. So again, I really did all this sort of just from memory, so I don't really know if this logic will work. Usually it doesn't work on the first try, but here's to hoping it does. So let's open up our browser here. Go to social network. All right, so now we can go to our terminal, and let's just use our Seni here. Our Seni and password utility. Oh, well, we got a null pointer exception. Oh, I know the null pointer exception here. I already figured this out. So no, I didn't. Never mind. Here, okay. So we're getting the null pointer exception on the user session. So apparently it doesn't actually instantiate the user session. That's odd that it does that. Let's take a look here. So you got a private map string object. Oh, okay. I can't believe I cannot believe I forgot this. Implements session aware. Yeah. That's the type of stuff I do. So let's go ahead and add and implement methods. Let's take this right here. Go to add friend action as well. Also add this implement session aware. Add the unimplement methods as well. Extend action. Whoops. Let's just do implements session aware here. There we go. And let's add and implement methods. There we go. Okay, it's just gonna the method to set the session. So it's just if you don't already have it, it'll set it there. But you know, it's just not really important. Okay, there we go. So now that we have this, it should reload. There we go. It reloaded. So now we can go social network. We should actually receive another error though. In theory, perhaps not. We'll see. Utility. Yep, okay, so we got another error. So this time we're getting an error here in the login action. What? We're still getting an error. We are still getting an error in user session. Let me actually go ahead and implement the session aware methods. Now that I think about it, I do actually need to implement it. I need to do this dot session. User session equals session. There we go. So, okay, that was another doofus move here. I actually made the set session, implemented set session, added the unimplement method, but then I didn't actually implement it. So that's kind of hilarious. The amount of stupid stuff I do. This dot user session equals session. The amount of stupid stuff I do, honestly, at this point, is just, it's amazing. It's amazing how long I could use a framework and then just make these super silly mistakes. All right, there we go. Social network. Arseni. Utility. There we go. All right, so it's done that. So now we can add a friend. Let's add a username. What did we actually BAH. Okay, so we got the null pointer exception. I know why we got this exception. This is actually because or no, it isn't. No, it's not. It's not because so we're not actually utilizing that, are we? Okay, so we should have gotten a different exception, but we got this exception as well. So that is always good to know. And namely, that said, we're probably, I guess we're getting, don't entirely know exactly. I'm actually going to take a look at what the problem is. Most likely I made a stupid mistake as always. Let me take a look. Okay, so after doing some debugging, I realized my mistake, and I was completely right. It was just because I did something quite stupid. So right here in user session, I do get current user, but in login action, I set the user session user as just user. So I was having conflicting names there. Well, not really conflicting, just different names there. So we need to change this to user, and then we need to change this right here to user as well. So now we're good to go, and we can actually go ahead and make sure this works. I haven't actually tested it any further. So, I mean, maybe we'll have some other. Because in theory, we should actually be getting an error, a Hibernate error, where since the get friends method doesn't actually work, but we're most likely going to get that error later on when we start working with it. So let's go and actually utility. So what we need to actually do is actually add a list of friends, a friends list here as well. That's the last thing we have to do, and then we're good to go with the application. And when we're adding that, we will most likely get that error. So let's add the username BAH. Okay, no, we actually remember that error that I was just talking about just now. Well, here we go. We just got it. So it's a problem lazily initializing the collection. And to fix this, it's actually pretty simple. So all we have to do is go to user.java here. And here in one-to-many, we're just going to do fetch equals fetch type.eager. There we go. And it actually imported for us automatically there. All right, and there we go. So that's all we have to do. Now it'll automatically update our, initialize our friends set when we actually get it from the database. So let's go and actually, now that I think about it, it actually probably is good that they actually don't initialize it automatically, since just because we get a user from the database doesn't necessarily mean that we actually want to initialize to get the whole entire friends list. So I guess it does make sense. So not really bad of Hibernate developers to do. So I guess, yeah. Okay. Username bah. Let's submit. And there we go. All right. So now it has added our friend bah. So now if we go to our terminal here, I don't know why I use the name bah. That's so weird. We can now do select all from users. And we get user ID 1, friends ID 2. So this just means that the username with the ID 1, Arseny, has a friend 2 utility. So now if we go ahead and try to add Arseny here, for example, we're going to get you cannot add yourself error. And then if we go ahead and add let's see what else. If you cannot add yourself, if we try to add bah at this point again, we get already your friend. So that actually works all correctly. That's very good. Next time we're going to tackle adding a list here of users, and then after that we're done with the project and we're good to go. So generally a pretty good episode. We found out quite a bit about Hibernate and how to use. Actually, no, we didn't. We didn't really. We just generally find out about how to make applications. So that was all pretty fun to do, and the application actually shaping up to be quite nice. So yeah. Anyway, without further ado, I'll see you next time. We're going to implement the list of friends, and that should all be pretty fun. I'll see you next time. Till soon.